Welcome to Maudsley Learning's Online Learning Approved Clinician Refresher course. This is a blended learning course, which means we combine self-directed e-learning modules with live online interactive sessions. The course has been developed by specialist psychiatrists, lawyers, approved mental health professionals, and most importantly, service users and carers. You'll come across several of these in the live interactive sessions, and please do use the opportunity to ask questions. My name is Dr. Penny Brown, and I'm a consultant forensic psychiatrist in SLAM, South London and Maudsley NHS Foundation Trust. I have a long-standing interest in understanding how mental health laws work, in particular how we use the law as an intervention in medicine, and especially in psychiatry, and the impact this has on the people it affects the most, our patients and their families and carers. There is something intrinsically paradoxical about sectioning people. We enforce detention in an often strange and frightening place, and we enforce treatment with unpleasant medication, often against people's wishes, and all at the precise time they are the most unwell, the most vulnerable, and the most distressed. It is essential that we as practitioners understand the law and the impact it has on those most affected by it. This is a refresher course, which means you will already be familiar with much of the content. Please bear in mind the law is constantly evolving, and there may be significant changes since you last did the course. We've tried to ensure these changes are clearly highlighted. Approved clinicians, or ACs, have many statutory roles and responsibilities within the Mental Health Act, and only approved clinicians can be appointed as responsible clinicians. You should now be familiar with the roles of an approved clinician, but as a reminder, these include granting Section 17 leave, reviewing the need for detention, including on CTO or guardianship, discharging or renewing detention, deciding to whether to bar the nearest relative, making community treatment orders, recalling and revoking community treatment orders, and reporting to the Ministry of Justice on restricted patients. The decision whether or not to grant approved clinician reapproval is ultimately governed by the Department of Health. In England, the Secretary of State delegates the approval function to one of 4 approval bodies. In the north of England, Midlands and East, London, and the south of England. Please make sure you know which approval body you should apply to. Contact details for the approval bodies are available in the welcome email and are also on the Maudsley Learning website. The reapproval process involves more than just attending this course. Please check with your approval body the exact information that they need to process your application. With your application, you'll need to submit the certificate of completion of this course, which is valid for 1 year. Once you've submitted all your documentation, the panel will consider your application and write to you with the outcome. And I'll remind you of all of this at the end of the course, and in the interactive sessions, I'll be able to take any questions that you have. I'll leave you with a reminder of the learning objectives of the course. Throughout the e-learning and at the end, we'll ask you about your confidence in each of these areas, and we hope that this will improve. There is a huge amount of ground to cover, and we don't expect you to remember every detail. It's more important that you know where to look for information, such as in the Code of Practice and the Mental Health Act Reference Guide, both of which are available online. Other useful links are included in the welcome email, and the course material will be available to you if you ever get stuck in the future. I'll see you again in the interactive sessions, and in the meantime, I hope you enjoy the course.